Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Melissa, I'm the Plus Size Tarot Chick, and welcome to the Plus Size Tarot Chick. And today we are going to be deep diving into how Samantha Markle is doing. I'm not doing tarot today. I'm going to be doing something called Lenormand. And it's something I miss a lot, and it's very near and dear to my heart, and something I'm very passionate about. So tarot and Lenormand are both divination systems, but they are different. So, like, for instance, if the Tower comes up in Lenormand, it's not the same as the Tower in the tarot. It's more of a building. So those are little differences here and there with the Lenormand, and you get more direct answers with the Lenormand. And I'm going to ask, how is Samantha Markle doing with this whole lawsuit situation? So let's go ahead and take a look. I'm going to pick my significator, which is the lady. So the lovely lady there. And we're going to mix up the cards. How is Samantha Markle doing with the lawsuit? Let's take a look and see. So I hope everybody is well today and they're having a good weekend or weekday, afternoon or evening, whenever you're watching this. Please consider subscribing so you don't miss out on any of my content. I do upload weekly. Lately I usually upload more often, but I'm also I have a lot of college courses and that's taking a toll. So, but once things are slowed down a little bit, I will be uploading more. So let's go ahead and get started. And also, I do have chronic conditions, so I have to be mindful, and little things do take a lot out of me. So let's just keep that in mind. So that's why if I'm not online or upload much, is because, you know, of that. So let's go ahead and get started and see how Samantha Markle is doing with this lawsuit. Okay, so I'm going to be doing something called a 9-card spread. Let me straighten this out. I'm going to be doing something called a 9-card spread. And this will entail, and I'll be walking you through it, so bear with me. So we have the gentleman. I'm assuming that is Thomas Markle. We have the house. We have the lady. We have the Tower. And I said, I knew the Tower was going to come out. I had a feeling. So it has to do something with official government. And it could be. And then we have a lady here. So we have the gentleman and the lady weighing heavily on the querent here, which would be Samantha. They're on the mind. And I had a feeling that the gentleman was going to come out. And let's see what's on the bottom. We have the coffin. So something's coming to an ending. We are going to read the rose. Let me make sure everything's in view here before I get started. Just want to make sure everything is aligned. Move this up more. Okay. So, hope you can see this. Try to make this more aligned. Okay, looks like it's in view. So we have this row here, the past. We have the row here, the present. And we have the future here. And I'm going to be walking with you. So it's not read single cards, it's read in combinations. So we have the Tower and the House here in the past. So the Tower and the House. This has to do with the castle because the Tower does stand for government and the House. So it could be government official. It could also be something to do with the castle. Maybe royalty is involved with this. We have the House and the Lady here. So this has to do with a housewife. It could be something that has to do with a lady. So a housewife. Let's look into the present. We have the ship, lady, and gentleman. So we have a lady, we have the ship here. The lady is traveling overseas. And the lady and gentleman mean a relation. So I'm picking up intuitively that this is Thomas Markle here, traveling overseas. And we have the future here, the letter and the lily. So we have documentation, news from parents. There's also could be documents that will be in this court case. We have lily and the ring here. So we have 30 and 25. This has to do with succession. This has to do with winning. So this could be that she is going to be very successful with this lawsuit and I feel that the queen and the monarchy is behind this because we have the Tower and the House here, which stand for castle, government office, the House and the Lady. So it looks like that. I feel like the queen is behind this as well. First, I thought this was Meghan Markle. But, okay, so we have the Tower and the House. And the Tower and the House stand for a castle, which has to do with the government, which would be the monarchy, and the House and the Lady. This has to do with the housewife. This has to do with real estate. So, I don't know. I haven't been following the news, but, I've heard on YouTube about there's a lawsuit going on, and I wanted to cover this and also see how Samantha Markle is doing. So, long distance travel for the lady and the gentleman. So, it feels like that these two, Thomas Markle and Samantha Markle, are going to be traveling overseas. If anybody knows about that, let me know. I'm not sure what this is about. Maybe people who have followed it closely. But there is something to do that has to do with traveling overseas, international travel from the States. So we have letter and the lily. So official documentation. And we have lily and ring, so which means success. So let's look at the influences. So we're going to look at the Tower and the letter and lady, lady and the ring. So the Tower and the letter have to do with government official letters. Letter and the lady has to do with letter from official female. And we have the lady and the ring here. So the lady is committed to the agreement. Let's take a look at what is on the mind. We have Tower, ship, and letter. This has to do with the trip for business, overseas, international travel, ship, and the letter. So we have 3 and 27. This is information about a trip, And when we pair the Tower and the letter, this has to do with legal government documentation. So we have the House and the Lady. Let's look at this row next. And this row is what the current Samantha is dealing with at the moment. So we have the House and the Lady and the Lily. House and the Lady. We're going to read these first. So the House and the Lady is the housewife who's a housewife, and Lady and the Lily is somebody who is spiritual and who is also very wise and mature. We have the Lady and the Gentleman. So we have a relation here, and this doesn't have to be love. It can also be family related as well. So we have the Gentleman and the Ring. So when we're looking at the bottom pair, we are looking at the bottom pair, we're looking at what is underneath the situation. And when we have the Man and the Ring here, this is a man who is very committed to the relationship, which would be with this current here. And I thought this was the Queen, but the more I'm reading it, it's more I'm getting it's Meghan Markle. But this is weighing heavy on the situation. Let's take a look at what are the indirect influences. So we have the Tower and the Ring. This stands for a government agreement, and this is also a card of divorce, which is interesting indeed. I'm getting that, but there's a government agreement that comes to terms with this whole situation and lawsuit. We have the Lady and the Letter. So when we have the Lady and the Letter mixed together here, so this stands for the current, which is her, will receive an official piece of information, a legal document from this lady here, which could be Meghan Markle and her team. So let's take a look at what is, I'm going to get a confirmation. We're going to read these cards here. And then this is the outcome here. But the outcome is very successful, I can tell you already. The Ring is commitment. And she is committed about this going through. So we have the House and the Ship. House and the Ship have to do with changing residence, traveling abroad. We have Ship and Lily. And this has to do with traveling with the Elder, which means an older man, which would be here. We have Lily and Gentleman here. So with Lily and the Gentleman, this has to do with an older male. So Samantha Markle is going to be traveling with an older male overseas, which is what I'm picking up here. And because of the Ring here, she's going to be very successful with the lawsuit. And we have Coffin here. So this is going to bring to an ending. So this is an ending, a transition to the next chapter of their life. So, but it's going to be very successful, and it looks like the lawsuit, Samantha Markle will be very successful at. So I hope you enjoy this reading. Remember to like and subscribe and share this out. And I hope everybody is well and has a great day, evening, or afternoon. Be well. Take care. Bye-bye.